After many years as an engineer, I found myself just basically declining in my health and my overall fitness. And my father had gotten ill and had gotten diagnosed with cancer. And so because of, and I spent the last year of our life, his life with him through his through his chemotherapy, and that was very touching to me. So that's kind of led me to honor him and his legacy by also getting my PhD. So basically it inspired me to regain my health and give me a focus and a vision to honor my father as well. I saw my dad basically, dwindle away there for the last year of his life. And, but it's during that time that it brought focus and awareness to my own self and who I was. At that point I was 44 years old, drastically overweight, not, just lazy, basically sitting around playing video games. And it was really not much of an inspired life. And, while I was comfortable and I was living a good life, if you will, my health wasn't where it should be. And my dad's decline really inspired me. So I went and I got a physical. And I had never been, I guess you can say I was insulted. I was aggravated when I'd asked the doctor, after my physical, and I said, so how am I, doctor? Just tell me overall how am I? And the answer to the response was simply this: you're doing really good for an obese man. And I thought that one hurt because, I was at 44. I wasn't quite an old man, but to be called obese, that really woke me up. And like I said, it aggravated me because I said, I cannot believe I let myself get to this point. So that inspired me to start the process of exploring the ways to regain my health. Then naturally somebody suggested I try to swim. And so, part of my growth and my change occurred simply through exploration and through discovery of my own things, all on my own. And I found this book, and it's a book by, it's called The Triathlete Training Bible by Joe Frau. And it was the most comprehensive, technical, just scientific book I've ever read in relating to the body and the physical exercise and what the body, how it responds. And I just became so enthralled by the science of physical activity. It was incredible. I could not believe it. So then I started applying that to myself, and I started understanding the importance of health and how health was related to, it's simply this: energy in, energy out. It's nothing more than that. And I started looking at that, and I started seeing the balance and how to maintain the balance of energy in, energy out. How to start finding the right, the right foods to sustain that process and to make that the most impact on that. Over the next 12 to 13 months, I was successful and I lost 110 pounds through this process. And I had discovered I had a passion for the sport of triathlon, the multi-sport of triathlon. And of course, then that just inspired me even further. And then I enrolled and signed up for this event, which is the mega of triathlon called Ironman. I had people that were coming to me as a coach, because I was a coach by that time, a triathlete coach. And I started helping them through that knowledge. And so somebody said, why don't you just go get your graduate degree? And I thought, well, I don't have time for that. And I thought, well, don't you? And I thought, well, I don't know, let's look at that. So then that's when I Googled, found some universities, and there were several universities that offered online graduate degrees in exercise science. That's when I decided, I said, I've got to get my doctorate. I'm going to get my doctorate in this. Do they even have a doctorate in exercise science? And again, I've got to look at something that met my lifestyle, that I could adapt to and accommodate to my lifestyle. And the only one I could come up that I found was Concordia in Chicago. And the entirely online form was the best, the most attractive, and the most beneficial. And then the second, it was that it was so structured. if you can pretty well use a syllabus and understand a syllabus and just follow instructions and understand the technology and how to make your posts, understand the requirements of the coursework, and then do the work and do the diligent work that's required. And it's not easy, but just do the work. And if you can just do that work and do it and stick to it, it'll all pay off in the end. Essentially, I wouldn't have been able to achieve the PhD in honor of my dad if it were not entirely online.